I'm a brand new man, I'm a conscious man, I'm a man who's burning for you. The mistakes I made have been chased away to the bottom of the ocean blue. I'm a brand new man in a foreign land, I'm a man who's feeling that fire. And it's all so clear when I'm standing here at the peak of my desire.
Hey everyone, it's me, LaserDude99. So, don't worry anything about the new intro. I'll have my regular intro there later. I just thought since the regular intro has me, as a face, that I'm just doing, I'm just doing pictures here since my camera's broken. Well, not broken, it's just not working, but Anyway, I just thought I should do a new intro that doesn't have any footage of me because it might confuse people. Anyway, enough about that. I am here to review Toy Story 3. Now, I've always said in the past that Pixar is the only movie company that's never made a bad movie. Now, that was mostly because I don't think they have. Like, I know some people think they have. My brother, for example, doesn't like Cars. And I've heard some people who don't like Toy Story 2. For me, the only one that I've seen that I don't really like that they did was Bug's Life. But no, it's not that I don't like it. It's still a good movie. I just don't think it's as good as their other ones. Now, this movie, when I saw the trailer, got me really worried because, well, for one thing, it looked like it was, on one hand, going for the whole family type, coochie coochie coo type thing, with Andy saying, "Oh, the best thing about Woody, that he'll never give up on you." And then on the other hand, it kind of looked like they were also going for the whole nowadays hip audiences and let's change stuff to make it look more reliable. Like when Barbie says nice ASS cut to Ken in the commercial trailer. So I was a little worried going into this. However, coming out of it, I felt so relieved. Because not only was it a good movie, it was a great movie. Toy Story 3, wow. Let me just go into the basic story. Andy is now grown up and is heading for college. This, I think, was a good idea because the only way they would be able to make him still a kid would be go back to when he was still that age, which wouldn't be nowadays times, which makes him a little bit less relatable as a character. But here he's like 18 or 17, I think, and when I was a kid, I watched Toy Story, and I was around Andy's age, so I always felt a similarity to him that as he grew up, I grew up. And so Andy's heading out for college. The toys have not been played with for years because, as we get older, we leave our toys. And usually they end up just sitting around in either a toy box or a box in the storage room. Now, for Andy, a lot of the toys, his old toys that we know, have been sold. Like a lot of not a lot of the characters. Now, our main characters are still around. We still got, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, Slinky. We still got Rex. We still got Jesse, Bullseye, and of course Woody and Buzz. And we also got Mrs. Potato Head and the three aliens, three-eyed, three alien guys. Now, those are the only characters that have survived. Woody even says, after every yard sale and after every giveaway, Andy held on to us. So he's saying how Andy is gonna leave them in the attic, and they'll be able to stay there and hang out with each other for, years until Andy has kids of his own, and then he'll bring them back out and they'll be played with again. But, however, during Andy's moving, he puts most of the toys in a garbage bag, which he's going to put in the attic, but all the toys in the garbage bag are panicking that they're going to get thrown out, right? Woody, he actually puts in his box to take to college with him. So Woody is actually the only one that's going to actually be staying with Andy. Now, this I like because even if you don't play with your toys anymore, you still have an emotional attachment to them. There's still something about them that you always will have a little bit of stuff for it. Now, I didn't take any of my toys to college, but I didn't have one special toy that was like Woody was to Andy, so I can understand that. Anyway, though, in the mix-up, his mom takes them out to the garbage, thinking that it's a garbage bag, and he doesn't get a chance to take them up to the attic. And so the toys escape from the garbage bag before they're thrown in the truck. And then they think, Andy doesn't want us anymore. Woody tries to tell him that he was trying to put you in the attic, but they just don't believe him. They just don't believe anything he says right now. Because, Woody's like, oh, you're going to college, so what do you care? And so they go into the box that is going to Sunnyside Daycare. Now, at first, this place seems like a paradise. And then it turns out it's just like this dictatorship rule by this stuffed bear named Lotso. Now, that's much of the stories I'm going to go into. Now I just want to go into the characters. Now, Woody is our main character in this, and he before it was kind of balanced between Woody and Buzz. Here it's definitely focused more on Woody. Buzz, it's not that Buzz is given a smaller role, it's Buzz's character doesn't have as much to do. I won't say why in a bit, but however, Buzz does some really funny scenes. This movie did something that a lot of movies couldn't do, make Tim Allen funny again. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, now when Jessie's role is kind of put up more in this. She kind of takes it. Well, the thing that I like about this is they include Jessie like she was in the very first one. She's part of their family, and she shouldn't be treated anything less than that. Usually, when a sequel has a second one, like Toy Story 2 did, usually the people in the second movie, they add more characters just for the sake of adding more characters, just because they can. This would happen in Ice Age 2, where they added the female mammoth and the two possums. They were in there, but they didn't have any real character development or any real character at all. They were just cliched characters in there. Now, in this, though, Jessie, she has her own things to deal with, because she wants to go to Sunnyside more than anyone else, because from the second one, we know that she's been through storage, and she's been through being thrown away and being given away. And it's kind of hard for her, and so she doesn't want to go through storage again. I always thought Jessie was like claustrophobic, and she didn't like being in tight spaces. And she and Buzz have some good scenes. Now, Rex and Slinky were always my two favorite characters. However, they've been a little dumb. Their roles have been a little bit lessened to make through for a lot of the newer characters. No, it's fine. It's just I wish Rex had a moment. Slinky has a cool moment. Rex doesn't really. He's just a little bit of a comic relief character there. Now, Mr. Potato Head has actually a lot of dialogue in here, more than what you'd usually think. Well, he's always like the stick in the mud, and his character has to go through a lot, and it's kind of funny. The villain, Lotso, is actually a really good villain. He's really kind of menacing in his own cuddly bear way, and he has a lot of other toys on his side that make for a really interesting character. My favorite is the monkey that watches the security cameras, because he's it's those toy monkeys that bang those cymbals together. Every time he sees someone escaping, he goes, "Ah!" Screams and starts banging his cymbals together, and it's kind of funny. No, it's really funny is what it is. Now, Ham is in here, and he has everyone has pretty funny lines. Now, Bo Peep is not in here. She was one of the characters that was sold, which it makes sense why Andy would sell her, because she was always just a damsel in distress character. Why would he keep her? And also, as I said, she wasn't that much of a character as everyone else was. Now, this movie has perfect blend of old stuff, because if you remember, Toy Story was the very first computer animated movie ever made. And, a lot of new tricks have been invented since then. This has a perfect blend of old tricks and new tricks blended together. Because, it has a lot of the old stuff to make it look like a Toy Story movie, but it also has a lot of new things that make it feel new and inviting. This movie is an amazing film. I have to give it 9 out of 10. Because, I just can't see giving it anything else. This is a great trilogy. Not just a good trilogy, it's a great trilogy. And those are hard to come by nowadays. Usually people foul up when the third one, because the third movies are hard to do. But this is a great trilogy, and that's hard to find, and even less easier to find when it's an animated film. But this fits the bill perfectly. So remember, I'm LazyDude99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel.